You have been told that what you do shapes your life. Your habits, your decisions, your discipline, your consistency, these are the levers. Work hard enough, choose wisely enough, act correctly enough, and the life you want becomes available. This is not wrong, but it is incomplete. Because underneath every action is something that determines the quality of the action before it begins. Something that decides, before the choice is made, what possibilities even appear available to be chosen from. Something operating at a level deeper than behavior, that shapes not just what you do, but what you are capable of seeing, feeling, and responding to in the first place. That something is attention, not as a productivity tool, not as a concentration technique for getting more done in less time. Attention as a fundamental creative force, one that is actively, continuously, and irreversibly shaping the structure of your experience, your nervous system, your relationships, and the trajectory of your life with every moment you direct it somewhere. Where you place your attention is not a neutral act. It is the most consequential act available to you, and most people are doing it entirely unconsciously, which means the most powerful creative force they possess is running without a hand on the wheel. Part 1. What attention actually does. Attention is not a passive spotlight illuminating what is already there. It is an active force that changes what it touches. At the neurological level, this is not metaphor. What you consistently attend to literally reshapes the physical structure of the brain. Neurons that fire together wire together, and neurons fire in response to where attention is directed. The neural pathways associated with what you habitually attend to become stronger, faster, and more automatic over time. The pathways associated with what you consistently ignore weaken and eventually become inaccessible. This means the brain you are operating with right now is the physical record of where your attention has historically been placed. Every habitual worry has carved deeper grooves into the threat detection circuitry. Every practice of gratitude has strengthened the neural architecture of appreciation. Every hour spent in creative absorption has expanded the networks associated with generative thought. Every year of chronic distraction has degraded the capacity for sustained, deep attention. You have literally been building your mind with your attention, whether you knew it or not. And the mind you have built determines what you can perceive, what you can feel, what possibilities you can access, and what quality of life is structurally available to you, not as a metaphysical claim, as neuroscience. Part 2. Attention and the construction of reality. Beyond the neurological, attention operates as a creative force at the level of lived experience in ways that are equally concrete. What you attend to becomes real in your experience, not because it didn't exist before, but because existence and experience requires attention to bring it into the foreground from the infinite background of what is always present. The sounds in this room were present before you attended to them. The tension in your shoulders existed before you noticed it. The beauty of the ordinary environment around you, the quality of light, the texture of surfaces, the life moving in every direction, has always been there, fully present, regardless of whether any attention was directed at it. But it was not in your experience. It was in the world. And the gap between in the world and in your experience is bridged entirely by attention. This means your experience, the specific, textured, emotionally saturated world you inhabit, is being continuously constructed by where you place your attention. Two people in identical circumstances with radically different attentional habits are not living in the same experiential reality. They are inhabiting different worlds assembled from the same raw material. The person whose attention habitually moves to threat, lack, and what is wrong is not being realistic. They are exercising a specific creative power in a specific direction. And the reality that power constructs is genuinely impoverished, genuinely threatening, genuinely lacking. Not because those things are objectively dominant in the environment, but because attention has selected them and made them the foreground of experience. And the inverse is equally true. Attention directed consistently toward what is alive, what is working, what is possible. This is not positive thinking. It is a creative act that genuinely constructs a different experiential reality from the same circumstances. Part 3, where unconscious attention goes. The problem is not that people don't understand that attention is powerful. Most people, told that attention shapes experience, will nod and agree, and then direct their attention exactly as they always have. Because unconscious attention is not governed by what you believe about attention. It is governed by the nervous system's threat detection priorities, which were calibrated, in most cases, by childhood environments that were not consistently safe, nourishing, or generous. A nervous system calibrated to threat will direct attention toward threat automatically, compulsively, and with far more force than any conscious intention can easily override. The mind will find the problem in the room. It will locate the critical comment inside the compliment. It will surface the worst-case scenario from the most ambiguous situation, not because the person is pessimistic by nature, but because the attentional system was trained to prioritize survival-relevant negatives over everything else. And in the modern environment, designed in almost every dimension to capture and monetize attention through the activation of threat, outrage, and compulsive engagement, this unconscious attentional pull is constantly being exploited and amplified. The average person's attention is not free. It is perpetually claimed by the notification, by the algorithm, by the news cycle engineered to activate the exact threat detection response that guarantees continued engagement. The creative force of attention is being harvested continuously by systems that profit from its redirection. And the life being built by that harvested attention is not the life the person would choose. It is the life assembled by the attentional residue left over after everything else has taken its share. Tabri, Part 4, How to Reclaim It. Reclaiming attention is not a matter of discipline in the conventional sense. Willpower applied to attention, the effort to force the mind away from its habitual movements through sheer determination, is the least effective approach available because it operates at the surface level of the symptom rather than the structural level of the cause. The first genuine move is simply noticing, developing the capacity to observe where attention has gone without immediately following it, to catch the mind in the act of its habitual redirection and see it clearly as a pattern rather than as a legitimate demand. This noticing is the beginning of the gap between stimulus and attentional response, between the notification appearing and the automatic reach for it, between the anxious thought arising and the unconscious decision to elaborate it into a full scenario. In that gap lives genuine choice, and choice, exercised consistently over time, gradually rewires the attentional system in the direction of what is consciously valued, rather than what is historically automatic. The second move is deliberate practice of directed attention, not as a spiritual exercise abstracted from daily life, but as a concrete, specific, regular practice of placing attention on chosen objects and holding it there against the pull of the habitual. The object matters less than the practice itself. What is being trained is the muscle of voluntary attentional control, the capacity to place attention deliberately and sustain it there, which is the foundational skill underlying everything else. And the third move is environmental design, removing, wherever possible, the external systems designed to capture attention unconsciously, not as an act of purity, but as a structural intervention, making the choice to redirect attention harder by eliminating the triggers that activate it automatically. The quality of your attention is the quality of your life, not eventually, not metaphorically, structurally, right now, in this moment. What is in the foreground of your experience? What feels real? What feels possible? What you are capable of noticing and responding to and creating is the direct product of where your attention has been and where it is going. The most powerful creative act available to you does not require resources, circumstances, or capability that you don't currently have. It requires only this: the deliberate, sustained, increasingly conscious direction of the one force that shapes everything else before anything else begins. Your attention is not a byproduct of your life. It is the architect of it. Every moment you spend in unconscious attentional drift, following the pull of the habitual, the triggered, the algorithmically optimized, is a moment the creative force of your attention is building something you did not choose. And every moment you place it deliberately on what is alive, what is true, what corresponds to what you most genuinely are and most genuinely value, you are not just having a better experience. You are building a different life, one moment of directed attention at a time, which is the only way any life has ever been built. If this reframed the way you understand where your life is actually coming from, share it. Someone you know is wondering why their life looks the way it does, while their attention has been somewhere else entirely. This might be the thing that connects those two facts for the first time. See you in the next one.